Audio check. Hello, hello, hello. How we doing, people? Audio check. Oh, it is registering.
It is.
Oh, thank God it's working.
Gotta put my game face on.
I
thought we weren't gonna go.
No, we're going, baby.
This isn't gonna work.
Let's make sure. Are we still live on that? I have so many sources input here. Okay, we're still good. All right, sweet deal. Well, Dylan, why don't you go ahead and lead us off? Talk about what we're going to be doing here today. And, yeah, what's exciting happening in the next week or so?
Hello, guys. We were absent for the 2 weeks, and we're back.
Right.
We're going to talk about tonight the Game Awards. The nominees were released, so you can go vote now. And the actual show is December 8th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:30 Pacific Time.
Just read the whole thing.
Yeah.
The show airs.
Major digital, social, and gaming platforms around the world.
But so we were going to go through and discuss, and we also created our own profile so we can vote. You know?
Yeah, guys.
All right, good shit.
We're one of the few that can vote.
It's an honor and a privilege. They only let us vote because we have a podcast, right?
Yes, this is the
We got our media
influencer.
badges. Yeah, we got our media
Influencer
badges.
media
Yeah.
badge.
Yeah.
This is
All right, let's start
insider
voting.
shit.
Our voting counts for like 20 normal people, right?
All right, let's save this for the end. Game of the year. Let's go to the other categories.
Cursor was already on.
You hit next category up top. All right, best game direction. So
Oh man.
awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game design, or game direction and design.
Did you guys play Stray?
I did.
No, I did not.
Absolutely. No, just kidding. I didn't.
Kyle did.
Yeah, I liked it.
Oh, you did? Oh, I thought you said no, you didn't.
No,
Really?
yeah, no, I did.
Oh,
I liked it a lot, actually.
what was it all about?
About a cat living in a dystopian future where their humans have all died and
That's
off,
kinda
and,
It's
unique.
just robots.
it's just robots, and the cat is trying to get back home. Pretty much, that's very interesting platformer.
Blue 12 Studios, is that, are they more indie?
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Well, I know Annapurna is maybe a little bit bigger, but is that the same company, Blue 12 / Annapurna, or is it two?
Well, it
different-
might be like, if you look at Elden Ring, like From Software, Bandai
Gotcha.
Namco,
Yeah.
like might be.
That's the publisher.
publisher.
Blue 12 is definitely
The developer.
indie for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Between these though,
It for me, it'd go between Elden Ring and God of War. It's tough because I'm looking game director or game direction,
Yeah, game design.
and so it's hard because it's like I feel like with God of War Ragnarok, the director was in charge of the story and the game. You know, they're in charge of that whole thing, and while the gameplay wasn't too innovative, it was great, and it wasn't like it continued to build upon something great. Whereas Elden Ring was something completely new From Software. So
Like, you knew you were going to get from a God of War Ragnarok. Right?
Yeah.
Like, from experience perspective.
but also creative vision. The story told in God of War Ragnarok is
This is not story,
Beautiful.
it's creative vision.
creative
there's
vision.
going to be a section for narrative later
Yeah.
on.
So that
So
can't
don't
be judged.
don't
It's just,
consider the narrative.
It's just world design,
It
basically.
is design.
creative
Yeah.
vision. But see the designs too in God of War. I would go Elden Ring.
No, there's
I guess.
nothing. It's Elden Ring by a mile. I didn't play God of War Ragnarok, but I can't imagine.
Yeah,
By a mile.
But I can't
didn't
imagine,
play
like,
it.
what did God of War Ragnarok, like, what did they introduce that was, like, so new and refreshing and, like,
well, it's all story based.
Yeah.
Exactly.
the ability to
So-
go between realms and
So if
yeah,
we're
but
looking
that's
at
just story.
level design, map creation, that type of thing, which I think this is what this is getting at.
I would say Elden
It's gotta
Ring.
be Elden Ring.
Just based on the classes alone and
Real
how
quick,
good
did
they
you guys
feel.
see? Did you guys see what global sales have hit for Elden Ring? 17.5 million
Wow.
for a, you know, sold basically on par with what God of War is probably going to do for a franchise that is not as, like, enshrined as what God of War, right? And that's just amazing to me. So, Elden Ring it is. We're going to go next category here. Oh, there's 31 categories here. We can.
this is going to be an hour for sure. Best narrative. There
Can
you
we
go.
just vote Elden Ring only?
This is going to go to
Best
God
narrative,
of War.
God of War.
God of War Ragnarok.
Easy. The narrative in Elden Ring is, I mean, it's good, but you have to dig for it. And you have, it's
Is
not,
that a knock on it?
yeah, it is.
I don't think it's a knock. I think it's just for this type of award, because it's so not casual and it's so hardcore to just figure out what the story is. I don't think it's fair to put it up against something like God of War Ragnarok, where the whole thing is around the story. Elden Ring, the story's second, but no one's playing Elden Ring to be like, dude, dope story. You know what I mean?
I agree. I don't think Elden Ring did not. While the story is deep, and I'm incredibly impressed with their team, how they're able to get everyone behind a single narrative or a single like vision, given how sparse it is. Like, I would really love to be in those creative meetings to really talk about like where things are, like, and how they tell a story and how they're gonna design this world, because every place seemed to have like a fit in the story, and it like made sense. Like, and when you really like watch VaatiVidya or whatever, like dive into it, it's
a lot of thought was put into it.
yeah, and somehow they got all those designers all on the same page. And what's up, Something Cool Gaming? How we doing? We're voting on. We're going through the game of the game awards here. So, what have I missed? We skipped the game of the year so far.
We're gonna go back.
We're gonna go back, and now we're just starting with this here. So, basically, this is best narrative.
And we're pretty much all on the same page of God of War.
Yeah, I think it has to be. I saw some of this, but
Immortality,
No.
though.
did you play it?
No, I have not.
Never even heard of it.
I did watch
No
a
Peppa
full
the Pig?
stream of Plague Tale. It is pretty good, but it's not on the same level. Like,
God of War. Oh,
I
some
did
of the
play
emotional highs.
Modern Warfare 2's campaign, and I have to say,
the
It should have been up here.
the story trailers for each new Warzone update, I think, should be
yeah, please,
best narrative.
please. This has got to where it's going to win by a mile.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, people buy that for the narrative. Right?
Interestingly enough, the first God of War, the 2018 God of War did not win best narrative.
What was it up against?
Red Dead 2.
Well, see, that's tough.
Yeah.
It was definitely second. I could see that.
Okay, now I'm going to have to lean in on your experience. So to lay this out, Kyle has watched playthroughs now of God of War, so he understands the story and has seen the art style.
This is artistic design and animation, nothing more.
Also technical
scroll
design.
up?
Technical achievement. and
Technical
artistic.
achievement in artistic design and animation.
Yes. So I scrolled down because we have our picture here and it's kind of cutting off some of the names. So actually, who cares about Stray? Everyone knows. The cat is Stray.
Yeah.
We're going to have that cut off. So I'm reading this. So it's outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. I don't think technically, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think either of them like really pushed the bounds in terms of like a technical achievement for weapon design or something like that. But I will say, I think the art animation and the magnitude of them in Elden Ring was pretty fucking impressive. Each major weapon has its own unique weapon art, and some of them are absolutely gorgeous.
I mean, I don't want to get too hung up on the word technical. I think it's more or less just artistic design, if you just think about that word.
Yeah.
And it's actually a lot closer between the two than I originally would have thought.
Yeah.
The world that they've created for God of War is, I mean, I love like Norse mythology, so that's kind of suckering me in a little bit. But again, Elden Ring,
Just the variety, right?
just the scope of it though is something.
But that would
else.
be my argument with God of War as well. The scope. They did all 9 realms.
Yeah,
And each has a different distinct art style.
but you like it's still not like in Elden Ring and the way that you can like just think about the difference between like
Caelid,
Noxtella and then Caelid,
the capital.
Yeah, Alfheim and Svartalheim. And they're all different. Muspelheim.
How much
Alfheim,
can you go out there and explore?
Depends on which one. Some are limited, but each one has at least a few major story missions in it, where there's at least, I would say, maybe close close to an hour of exploring.
I'm surprised Scorn is on this list.
Scorn, I do have to say, I played it. The art direction is amazing. It is disgusting, but
disgusting.
it is amazing.
I think that's what turned me
Consistent.
off. It's too weird for
it
me.
is weird, but it's weird like in a way that you've never seen. And so it was like, wow.
So Austin, and I know you didn't play Elden Ring. I'm sure you probably started to play God of War. You're making a case in the chat for Horizon Forbidden West. Do you think this one wins here in terms of artistic design and animation? Like, that's my question.
The
to
enemy
you.
variety in Horizon
See-
is really cool.
Yeah, and
I don't know. Like for me, like think about. So like I know you want to remove the technical achievement, but like I think I look at the world design and think of the transition that you make when you take the elevator down first into Noxtella, right? Like you're in this like grassy area, and then you take this long elevator that's like loading this map, and then you go into this like underground futuristic space world, and you're like, well, not futuristic, but like this space
Yeah.
world.
I was like, there's a sci-fi part? Where the
You
fuck?
didn't know it's the DLC for it.
yeah.
It's like to me that's like really cool because I don't know. I just felt like that was like a really cool transition there.
It
so
is-
that is neat, and I feel like the scope of Elden Ring. Again, I have not played God of War, so I can't speak to that. It was more vast than any game I've ever played in terms of truly unique landscapes. Think of the difference between Limgrave and Caelid, and those are right next to each other. And then you've got oh god, where Melania's at? What is that called?
Haligtree?
The Halig Tree, and all the unique enemies and designs and foes. I think there's like something like a couple hundred different enemy types in this game.
One thing I will say about God of War, and I don't know if this applies to this specific award, but the vastness of it is all there, like Dylan was saying. But I also think that it felt some of the problems with Elden Ring is because the lands were so varied. At times, it felt disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's lore reasons why each land is the way it is, but I think there was more cohesion in God of War Ragnarok.
And one point I want to bring up we haven't discussed on this one is animation. Animation in Elden Ring, it's all right. Animation in God of War, fantastic. When you look at their facial animations, now I don't know what it says artistic design and animation, so I don't know if that includes like facial animations and
Does
stuff
that
like
include realism and
Yeah, because God of War, you can see it is amazing the technology they have in the faces
I
now.
feel like they almost, in an effort to try and not be too broad, they were too broad.
This should be
It
two
should just
categories.
be artistic design
Yeah.
should be one,
And then technical
technical
achievement.
achievement should be another.
Like
in animation.
exactly, and
yeah.
like God of War might win that, or some other game where they've like
Technical
did like
achievement.
a 3D render, like live, like did some really cool technical behind the scenes.
If we're
stuff.
looking at, honestly, between all of these, Horizon Forbidden West has better character animations than any other game on this. Have you seen some of how fucking good Aloy, is that her name?
Yeah.
How she looks in some of those cutscenes? I'm not, like, God of War is good, but they really pushed the limit.
oh, I didn't mean to vote for that.
Well, it's
There we
in
go.
now.
No.
Oh, I always thought it was forever.
I thought that you were like, shut the fuck up.
God of War.
I meant to scroll down here.
No, like, I mean, if that's what we're talking about,
That's the tough thing.
if that's what we're talking about, it might just be Horizon Forbidden West. If you don't believe me, you just gotta like, because I tried. Game itself was like okay, but at least for me, but like it was so impressive graphically.
But see, the rest of it, the art, I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't think it
We're
was
talking.
that.
I'm talking specifically about
I
animation,
know.
like you were about God of War.
So what I'm saying is we have to try and take all three into account, and that's the tough part.
Artistic design, I'm gonna say Elden Ring. Technical achievement, it's a toss up between God of War.
Something Cool
And
Gaming
Forbidden
is
West.
making a heavy case in chat for Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's just do Scorn.
I kind of like that's it. Like you're right. I don't know what this is actually scoping for, but if it was like world design, I guess all my excuses like that would go to Elden Ring.
You can
with
literally
everything that I
see-
laid
yeah.
out, right?
You can literally see like the cheek peach fuzz on her face
Yeah.
when you zoom in on Horizon.
Let's give it to
Forbidden West.
Horizon then. I think we keep going back.
That's
to that.
objective.
I don't know about that one,
Objective.
but sure.
Or subjective.
That's subjective.
I was like, oh shit, he's laying the law down. It's
That's
objective.
objectively better than every other game. Well, we could circle back to that, Dylan, if you're really that.
What's your
uncomfortable with
vote?
I would say either God of War or Elden Ring.
If
Because
we're
I think
going
those,
on-
I think that
It's-
if I'm going
it's-
based off the title of art direction, I think it's one of those.
But
over-
that's not the title, though.
Well, no, the title of it is best art direction.
Is it best? That's the title. It's just best art direction.
Yeah, and
Okay,
if I'm going
and that's
off
the
that,
case, then Elden Ring.
I agree.
That's-
and I'm fine with that.
I actually wasn't reading this.
Although I think God of War is really close because to take Kratos from Greece and put him in Norse mythology and have him look fucking badass is pretty cool.
I mean, he already looked badass. That
Yeah.
wasn't like it was. All they did was
They
put a
achieved
beard on him.
Okay, best score in music.
Oh,
I'm gonna need you guys. for
I don't
this
know
one.
those last two.
God of War
I mean, I
had
know
a,
Xenoblade.
God
but
of War had a banger.
It
A
does.
very epic soundtrack. But dude, Elden Ring had a pretty epic soundtrack as well.
But here's the thing: do you remember songs from Elden Ring?
I don't remember the names, but I definitely remember
The tunes?
The tunes, yeah.
I don't. And
I still to this day I always listen to that Ancestral Beast, Ancestral
Oh,
okay.
Calm one?
soundtrack, yeah. Horror Lose Fight. The fucking I love that soundtrack.
I would give it to Elden Ring just because I feel like God of War Ragnarok, the only reason it's so good is because of God of War 2018.
It's a lot of it is the same.
It's the same, which is amazing. And Bear McCreary, he's an amazing composer.
I have not played Xenoblade.
Xenoblade, it's an anime game, so
Yeah.
there's like anime songs and stuff.
Okay.
I would almost say I would lean towards Elden Ring.
Bear McCreary did Godzilla King of the Monsters. And that almost makes me want to say Ragnarok. Just out of respect for him.
True, true. He's even in God of War Ragnarok. Bear McCreary. They put his character as a dwarf.
Oh man.
So
What
I
are we
don't know if
getting in
he's
chat,
joking,
Billy?
but I don't know if he's joking, but he's saying Metal Hellsinger.
I mean,
didn't-
if
I
it's
don't-
like Doom,
Doom wins
understand.
everything.
yeah.
I got
There's something to be said about 162 bosses, each with their own unique score. Although that's
Almost.
No, that's not true. I was
because
like-
a lot of like the
Sentinel Tree.
I would say there's like probably 50, maybe 50 unique scores.
that's incredible, and each one fits the tune of that boss fight. That the aesthetic and the art style of that boss fight so incredibly well. I don't know.
I still love the
Ancestral Beast.
well, I love that one, but Horaluz, I forget his real name.
Oh my god.
What is his name? I forget Horaluz before he said, I'm Horalu warrior.
Godfrey.
Godric?
Godfrey.
No, Godric is the
Godfrey.
grafted. Godfrey? Is it Godfrey?
Yeah.
Because Godfrey is the other one.
And then there's Godfroy.
Godfrey. Fucking. But anyways, the dun 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 dun, like that's so good when you're fighting Horalu.
It's I don't know.
But God of War Ragnarok.
I know obviously it's fresher in your mind.
I like your argument that it's a lot of the same stuff from 2018, which obviously Elden Ring
so
didn't have anything to pull on because
Yeah.
it's a new IP.
So I guess Metal Hellsinger, each level had a metal song, like the genre metal, created by a different legend in like the metal scene. So
Oh, dude, it's gonna fucking win.
That's pretty
each of
cool.
the
That is really
each
awesome.
of like the goats of metal, I guess, created their own for each one.
That's enough to make it win, probably.
That is pretty cool to get that to come. They must have.
I haven't heard any of them though, so it feels weird to vote for
Yeah.
something I haven't heard.
No. That would be insane though to think that their music budget was like probably more than the design
The
of
game.
the game. Yeah, he's saying like iconic bands, I guess, came in. So that's probably why it's on this list. I don't know anything about Xenoblade Chronicle 3.
It's probably good. Anime games, they have good songs.
Two Feathers composed. I don't know. So yeah, it's up to you guys. What do you think between these two? At least for what we've played.
I would say Elden Ring for this year.
Okay, me too.
Okay.
What do you think, Kyle?
It is either that or God of War. So I'm fine with either.
This one I had a tough time with.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. Get out of here. Best audio design.
Did you play Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah, I bought it. I've got probably 40, 50 hours into
Think
it
of the
already.
gunshots.
When?
Last week. 2 weeks
And you
ago.
didn't text us?
You guys don't talk to me anymore.
What are you
so
talking about?
I spent $40 on a game called
He's
Divinity
already
Original
playing the
Sin.
victim.
I know.
That's me.
So
dude.
no, not a good audio design.
No, any of the Modern Warfares suck ass, dude. You don't ever
Did you
hear
play the
people-
campaign? This is probably about the campaign.
I definitely played the campaign.
You beat the campaign.
Believe it or not. Yeah.
I've never.
What?
What happened to you? What is?
You
I-
you didn't
Do
stream
you want to
it?
know why I played
You
the
didn't even
campaign?
beat the campaign for the first one.
Do you want to know why I beat the campaign?
Why?
Because you unlock
Get an
double
extra-
weapons XP tokens that level your guns
was-
faster.
Of course.
I was like, you didn't even play the first campaign, so you didn't even know probably what the fuck was going on.
The campaign was below average. It was yeah. It was a modern Call of
Agree
Duty.
to disagree.
You
but-
played the campaign of this one?
Yes, I bought this game too.
Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
He
that.
was just saying
You
it.
didn't tell me. I guess we're in the same.
Yeah, so why are you guys calling me out? He's
I
so
didn't buy
pissed
it.
off. What?
I didn't buy it.
I actually really liked the first campaign, so that's really the reason why I bought.
So you thought the camp like it was like wow that was really good. You'd play it again on like veteran difficulty or something like that.
No, I probably won't play it again, but I thought it was worth the money.
Oh, so you think that Call of Duty was worth just the campaign was worth the money?
No, I mean I'll probably still play it.
The
I just
I didn't like that. I felt like it wasn't a complete campaign. Like it ends on a huge cliffhanger. Like oh now we have to go get that guy.
it's like it's an ongoing.
I know it's always
Series.
always an ongoing.
How'd you? I mean, that's how movies are. That's literally
Well,
all
so
the
we have to wait for
MCU
Modern
is.
Warfare 3?
That's literally all the MCU is.
Yeah, but it's like the whole time we were built. I don't know. I just feel like we've been chasing this guy for like 8-10 years, and it's like okay.
What guy? I mean,
The
it's only been a
starts with
couple
an R.
years.
I know, but it's just like he's been around, and it's like we don't even see him in the, like I don't
You
know.
said you didn't buy and play the first one.
Yeah.
So-
see, there's what?
You didn't buy and play the first one?
Well, that doesn't mean I'm completely unaware of what happened. I still know what happens.
We've been chasing you for
It
years.
ends on a massive spoiler. Not a it doesn't end on a massive cliffhanger. And I mean, spoiler, but it is what it is. I don't think anyone's too worried about this. But
No.
they teased another Makarov thing with no Russian, like a new version of it, where they're about to take over a plane and maybe do like a 9/11
Oh.
thing. You know, I don't know. So interesting, but
9/11 2 teased.
let's not be insensitive here.
Best sound design.
This is tough. I know Gran Turismo probably has amazing car sounds.
I don't think I can give this one to Elden Ring
No.
just because I don't feel like the music and the atmosphere is created by the world, but like I don't remember hearing like certain noises and go, whoa, I just want to listen to that. I don't know.
I would lean towards out of these because I haven't played Gran Turismo and I haven't played Call of Duty. I would lean towards God of War because of the sounds of the weapons when they fly back into your hand are fucking amazing in the ASMR. I love it. When you call the axe back and it goes, there's something beautiful about it.
I don't have an opinion on this. I don't think sound design, like audio design, is something I'm like, oh,
Although
like I'm really paying attention
So-
to. You know what I mean?
I heard I was watching a YouTube video, Billy, and they said Call of Duty, the sound design as far as like bullets and like the sounds of them, like that is amazing. They said
Were they fucking sponsored by Call of Duty?
no
Guns
it
and
was,
Call of Duty have sounded the exact same since like 8 years ago. I don't know.
I didn't play Call of Duty 8 years ago, but I am inclined to believe RB on Billy's side on this.
Like what have they done to I'll tell you what, I have grinded out like 10, 12 max weapons in multiplayer. I'm pretty much max level. I've unlocked all the perks. Like, I've got probably 50 hours in the game by now.
I haven't played online once.
I have not. That sounds very typical. I have not been impressed. Like, I didn't play the game and go, wow, those weapons sound. And I've used a lot of different weapons. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Nothing was like so different from a previous Call of Duty that took me away. So I don't know. Sounds like a marketing budget to me.
Mm-hmm. So which one do we go with?
Honestly, I feel like these games you have to kind of give it to because this.
The car sound?
Yeah, but it's so much like those games offer you almost nothing in terms of gameplay, right? It's acceleration, it's brake, and then turning left and right, right? Like that's all it's really providing you. But what gets you involved in those games is the immersiveness of like driving a vehicle, and if you really like have a high quality audio, like some of the old Forzas and stuff, or is it Forza?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. The way that they're like when you hear like a car coming up past you and then going in front of you, it's like, holy shit, you're kind of like it's there, you're there, and it's very an immersive experience. So I didn't play this game, but I'm sure this is probably one of the ones that's gonna win. I don't think.
Let's give it to them then.
Yeah.
Since
Even though we haven't played it.
I'm sure it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just like Elden Ring. Nothing
No.
blew me away that like.
When you hit the sword against a wall, it doesn't
Tink. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not amazing.
But the atmosphere created by the world, like, and then,
Yeah.
that's all. That's something else when it's all that. But
Why isn't Mass Effect on this list? Just like, all right,
I'm going to say Christopher Judge, middle
absolutely,
guy.
100%.
I think
Kratos.
got to be like an automatic given, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
He did an amazing job. This one was really hard because I have not played any single one of these.
scroll
But you've
up.
already
what's,
gone
what's
through
the category?
voting on
Games
it?
Games for
for
impact.
Social.
Meaning or message.
Skip.
Um,
Do we vote for one? That sounds like a cool Citizen Sleeper. That's a cool name.
The picture looks cool.
I like the I was a teenage exocolonist. Let's vote that
There we
one.
go.
I like the picture.
It's very cyberpunk-esque.
Best ongoing game.
Wait. We're giving awards for games still in development?
No,
No, they're like
what
live
game's
service.
still in development?
Oh, okay. I just read this real quick. Like,
Oh yeah, no, these are just games that have been.
Like live service,
Yeah.
always updating, like Destiny 2, Apex, Fortnite.
you know what's funny is we've talked about this many, many times, and my vote has to be Fortnite. That game continually reinvents itself.
I could never, in good conscience, say Fortnite.
Compared to these, though, Final Fantasy 14 honestly shouldn't even be in this category because, like, it comes with a subscription model, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so
but
does Genshin Impact. So, like, games like
it's just the category is just like games that are ongoing
Constantly being
and have
updated.
a life
and-
cycle.
Yeah.
yeah, but I could think of games that definitely should be on this list. Then, like World of Warcraft for one. Like that, they literally have like Warcraft Classic right now, and they've come out with all the old school classic modes. And
I don't
stuff.
really care which one you click, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The only one that I played with any serious amount of hours on
Destiny.
this is Destiny. But even then, I'm like, I don't know if I take that. You know, like
I could see Destiny winning this just simply because they had their most recent, and I'm sure Something Cool Games is probably gonna have a comment on this, but they had their huge, massive like overhaul to their content. But
you played a lot of Apex at one point.
Yeah.
Apex Legends is great, and they've added new maps, new legends, they've tweaked guns and stuff like that. But it hasn't like it still has a formula that
Yeah.
they just keep playing in. Fortnite, it's like, hey, let's add Spider-Man and give him webs that you can shoot and fly across the map and like, and then they just do it, and it works flawlessly. I have to give it to Fortnite. Genshin Impact is just for horny boys, right?
It's for anime weebs.
Do you play it then?
I have not.
That's indie, huh?
I'm going to go Sifu or Cult of the Lamb. Sifu is amazing.
Sifu is really but I'm
It's
It's a toss up between Sifu or Stray for me. I really like Stray. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun.
I never played it, but
Yeah.
Billy, I think you'd like Sifu. It's just like Elden Ring.
It's nothing like Elden
No,
Ring.
but it's like the difficulty part.
I guess the difficulty aspect of it, but to say it's just like Elden Ring is
Dude,
a little
It's like
crazy.
a From Software game.
if it's like Elden Ring, I'm subscribing. Boom.
All right.
Yeah. So
I liked it.
Yeah.
Austin
So-
in the chat saying that it's Fortnite for sure. Apex is good. Destiny 2, I guess he's kind of on the fence about the new update. Honestly, something cool gaming. I checked back in on like some of the forum stuff, and I was like, I appreciated some of the overall stuff, but it wasn't enough for me. It just wasn't.
For what?
With
Destiny 2, sorry.
Okay.
For Destiny 2, a lot of the overhaul stuff, it was like a really good attempt.
So were you actually thinking about going back to play?
Yeah, we paid all that money for all the bonus stuff.
I feel like I bought
bought-
most of your shit because you have a principle that you wanted, and I was like, I want you to play with us, and I gave you like $30.
You gave me 8, and then I bought the $30 edition.
I have it backwards in my head.
You
I'm
did give
a
him
better person in
He's
my
a better
memory.
person in his memory. I love it. I think I'm like 90% sure that's how it happened. Oh,
Probably
that is. This wins.
Booty.
Vote now.
I don't even know what is that.
Tower
Tower
of Fantasy.
Fantasy.
What is this mobile game? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marvel Snap is actually really fun and addicting, and it's not microtransactions, so that's where my vote's gonna go.
This is Diablo Immortal, and that's final.
Do you guys not have any phones?
Dude, Diablo Immortal, like,
I thought you'd be playing all kinds of mobile games with your new fold.
oh, dude, I should be actually. Apex Legends Mobile has had success, but other than like an initial splash, I haven't heard much. I'm actually shocked that like Call of Duty Mobile is not on here, or any of the mobile games that we always see like trending on YouTube all the time. Like, what the hell is that?
No one likes those though.
Yeah,
Galenia
Raid.
or-
Raid Shadow Legends.
No, well, I'm talking about.
Well, I
the
wonder
ones
if it's
that are
what came
live.
out this year.
Like the one that starts with a G. Oh, is it only? Yeah, I guess you're right. It would have
Yeah.
to be.
That would
anything
make
that comes
sense
out.
if
Yeah,
it's
duh.
those are all old. Yeah.
Duh. I think just
Is
out of
Genshin
success,
Impact?
it's
I
Diablo.
thought that was older than that for
No,
some reason. I guess
it's
not.
this year.
But the mobile version of it, right?
No, it's always
The-
been mobile.
Genshin Impact has always been
Yeah,
mobile.
and they ported it to console.
Yeah,
on PC.
Okay,
but it's primarily a mobile game.
Hmm
that makes sense.
I'll go Marvel Snap because I like Marvel, and
I would recommend you guys to try it. It's a card game, super addicting.
But can I be a whale like I can be in Diablo
No.
Immortal? I can't
It's
spend
completely
$100,000
the only thing you can buy with money
Then I don't want to play it.
is variants, so like different artwork for your card. But otherwise, everything else you have to earn.
The new art is like each artwork like an NFT. Do I get to
No.
own that? No.
No,
Man.
imagine how many unique artworks they would have to come out with.
they change one pixel in the top left corner.
We have one vote in the chat for Snake. We need Snake,
Snake.
the original Snake game. You know what's funny is that those are the games that I like the most on mobile, like super simple, you
Yeah.
know, linear experiences. Okay, we are at 40 minutes of streaming here, guys.
Community
we are a third of the way
support.
through.
If we go over,
Definitely not No Man's
whatever.
Sky.
We die.
best community support.
Not No Man's Sky. Never.
You just don't like. You're still
Yeah.
salty.
They should not be up here. I hate it.
Boy, I don't.
I almost feel like because of how much he's worked on it, No Man's Sky.
No. BS.
Say the pistol.
It's going to be Fortnite.
God. Well, I don't know.
This
What a,
has to be Fortnite.
what a weird ass.
How to fix
category.
Yeah.
We are so good at fixing our bugs. It has to be
Transparency,
Fortnite. There's
responsibility.
very rarely ever like a game breaking bug in that. Dude, they step on that shit.
Yeah, let's give it a Fortnite.
It's one of those interesting situations where like Epic Games has their own engine, and then they have like this massive marketing budget, and then they also have this massive development team. And
I
it's
know.
all one, and it's like Fortnite is the greatest culmination of
They
like,
have concerts.
Dude.
They have.
it's insane what
Yeah,
they
that
can
goes to
accomplish.
Fortnite.
I forgot all about that. Like those
Yeah.
in-game events put every other game to shame. in terms of what they're able to accomplish. It's a very good point.
Oh, that last question was sponsored by Discord, by the way.
Innovation.
Shout out to fucking
accessibility.
Discord. Discord is like one of the greatest platforms to be free. Love
Hashtag
it.
sponsored.
Hashtag not an ad. Just
So-
love the product. That's a long hashtag.
Innovation and accessibility.
For this one, I would say God of War Last of Us. They really knocked it out of the park with accessibility options.
What is the...
so that's
so it's like colorblind options.
Yeah.
Or, okay.
they absolutely killed it. They did a great job, both those games.
The Quarry did a
how?
pretty good job too, actually. There was a lot of
Yeah.
features on there for all types of...
Like how? Give me one example of any of these, like
So
other than like a colorblind mode.
let me pull it up here.
different font sizes,
Button layouts.
like button layouts, things that make it easier, like just things that make it easier for all levels of gamer. I'm assuming that's what they mean.
So
It's kind of interesting. To help
Pulling it
games
up.
be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. You know,
The Quarry had like
this
an
is like an
easy
under-
narrative mode. The Quarry also had a viewing only mode where you can just say, I want this person to be smart, I want this person to be dumb, and then go. And then AI did it by itself. So I think Quarry wins.
well,
are you kidding me? Like if you have
There's literally a mode where like if you're not good at games, you can tell like for each character you can say I want them to behave intelligently, I want them to behave stupid, I want them to be brave, you know. And you input all those and then the AI just plays it out for you and you just sit there and watch.
wow,
How can you fucking beat that?
that's
Dylan?
pretty amazing.
because they add some crazy
It's like,
stuff
hey, beat
here.
the game for me. I just want to be like,
yeah, like I just want to watch the story.
that's like true story mode.
yeah, that is 100% the real story mode of movie.
Wow.
So they have.
I mean, Dylan,
I'm still by God of War Ragnarok. They have a bunch of stuff. I just can't find
if you can't
any reliable.
remember it right off the bat, then it probably wasn't that amazing.
So they have strafe assist, aim assist, puzzle timing, recenter, auto pickup. They like
They have all that in the Quarry though too.
minigame styles, menu holds, navigation assist, repeated button presses. You can get boss checkpoints. You can turn that on and off. It's text and color, graphics, camera. You can do a bunch of stuff that are for people. I'm more approaching it from like handicapped playing.
Well, but everything you just mentioned sounds like quality of life. Not
And-
necessarily like boss respawns or like checkpoints or whatever. That doesn't seem like that seems like a quality
The
of
reason
life
I
thing,
vote
not
Quarry
necessarily,
is because of its like you can literally beat the game without playing. That's how fucking accessible they make it.
that's insane.
There's a whole mode where it plays for you.
If I could find it.
Does God of War have a
can come
mode?
back.
There's
This is
over
13.
70 accessibility features in
That's
God
a
of War.
lot.
That is a lot.
So it has like, okay, I found a list here.
I don't want to listen to all 70.
You won't. So it has vision accessibility presets, which is everything like navigation assist, puzzle timing, puzzle aim assist, lock on, hearing accessibility, captions, direction indicators, speaker names, motion reduction preset. So camera sway, camera shake, cinematic smoothing, apply motor accessibility preset. Just a whole bunch of stuff that are I feel like are more centered towards helping people who have disabilities play this game. And I mean that's the same with the Quarry because you can just do that and then
It
sit back
literally
and
can
watch.
play for you. You can't get any more accessible than that.
Be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. It says, is that playing a game or is that watching a game?
It doesn't matter to me. If you want to go to God of War,
we can do. Let's do
Fine.
Quarry. Do Quarry.
I think you convinced me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like it's one thing to have like the game be played for you, but then you don't feel like a participant. And what this whole
you
thing
don't
is
have
about,
to do it that way. I'm just saying that's an option.
but what this whole thing is about is accessibility. Like you still can have the God of War experience and feel like you played the game and beat the game, but you can also turn these things on to like, you know, if you have whatever disability that you might have that might hinder normal gameplay, you could find a way to play that. So I actually like 70 features. When do you like that? Seems like an ungodly amount of like features. They have like a whole
We'd have
panel
to,
in their
like-
settings.
I
to,
mean-
like all about accessibility.
Yeah, look
We'd
up
have
the
to go
Corey.
through a list though of all of them. I mean, for all we know, these other two games have that much. I've never heard of them. At Dust Falls.
Return to Monkey
Well,
Island.
I've heard of that one. But like, Quarry, quick time event speed, choice timer, interrupt speed, button mash, don't breathe, aim assist, death rewind, colorblind settings. Like they have a really long ass list too.
So I think they're both innovators, which makes this tough. Or they're both really accessible, which is great. Let's give Corey one.
There's a whole death
They
rewind system
get one.
where like if
A what?
a death rewind system that you can use if you die, you can rewind the thing to keep going. You don't have to, but you can.
When you die in that game, does it like restart the whole thing?
Well,
No, the story
you can't
continues.
go back
Oh, okay.
because it's
It's a
Character's just dead.
decision.
It's one of
Yeah.
those narrative based like choose your story things.
this one I skipped.
Red Matter.
I haven't played any of these, but Red Matter
VR
sounds as good as any of them.
Among Us.
I follow a guy that is tangential to the VR space, and he's talked about this game.
All right, then Red Matter it is.
I don't know if he talks about it in a good way or a bad way. I just know he's mentioned
Best action game
it. Oh God.
on this list. Maybe Sifu.
Sifu.
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't
Combat, I guess.
God of War be on here?
It's focused on combat, not story. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No, I think that there's going to be another category.
Yeah, it's adventure.
It's
game.
adventure. Yeah.
I would-
Action.
I will never learn
understand genres.
No, because I honestly feel like the case can be made for both. It's almost like
I'll give you this.
It's very
action
weird. It's
and
fluid.
adventure. Generally, people when they talk about action adventure, they talk about it as one genre. It's an action adventure.
Mhm.
So it's weird that they split
they
them up.
split
I
it
know.
up.
But
I
Well-
would go Sifu.
yeah,
Come on, some of those stealth missions in Modern Warfare 2, though, Kyle. Come on,
I like Modern Warfare.
Sifu.
Yeah.
I know how much you loved that. You talked about it for months.
It was really good. It was tough as fuck. See, there we go. Action adventure. But this is action adventure. What the heck?
The other one's just action, no adventure.
So God of War.
Combining combat with personal
Yeah.
with traversal and puzzle solving.
Yeah, God of War.
That's not even a question, right?
No.
If this wins Game of the Year, then it's got to be the best in that category. I've actually seen it where it didn't win its genre,
Best
but it
role.
won.
It's
well,
gonna be-
Red Dead 2 won Best Narrative, and then God of War 2018 won Game of the Year, which I think was fair.
Mhm.
See, that's so interesting,
Yeah.
It's like it didn't win in its bucket or whatever, but it did win the Game of the Year.
Elden Ring.
Yeah.
With rich.
I've been
per-
playing a
player
lot of
custom-
triangle strategy. I'm just-
I would say that
So, how do you think this game is said?
Live alive.
Live, alive, live, alive,
Live alive.
live, alive,
I don't know.
or live, alive?
believe in life after life after life after life. Elden Ring, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
no better
Yeah.
character customization than that game.
It's
man.
obvious,
Have
right?
50 million weapon types, each play with differently.
That's fighting.
Yeah.
Sifu.
Yeah. Between these, yeah.
Ooh, multiverses though.
I didn't play it.
Head-to-head combat though.
The Smash Bro
Sifu.
ripoff.
See, it's Sifu is not. I don't know if it fits in this category. It's a fighting game, but it's not like a
head-to-head.
competitive.
but it is.
It's not a 2D thing, right?
No, it's
No.
not. It's not like your traditional
Yeah.
fighting game. It's more of an adventure fighting game. I don't know.
But the combat is like the fighting is the main focus. But most games, fighting is the main focus.
Yeah,
Multiverses was a lot of fun. and they brought in a lot of different characters.
I don't love any of these games, but I think Sifu's the better of all these games. But I don't know if it's fair to be in this category. Just because you fight in the game doesn't mean it's a fighting game. Every game is a fighting game.
So it says
if that's the
game
rules.
designed primarily around head-to-head combat, which I can see it was
God
combat
of War
first,
God of
But-
War has a bunch of head-to-head combat.
but it's designed around combat, is what supposedly this topic is about. So with that, I could see Sifu because I could see they designed the combat system as the main focus.
I got one thing to say. Slow clap.
Yep.
To what?
Look at the developer name of Sifu.
Oh. Okay. Are you guys voting for that? I'm voting for this.
I'm saying Sifu.
I'm saying multiverses then.
Oh,
if you're
okay.
saying that because that's more in this category.
This is like a Smash ripoff, and the amount of different characters that you can come in and play, it was just like a very dominant head-to-head combat style game. That's exactly what it is.
Best family.
I've only played Kirby, and it was really good.
I really did like Lego Star Wars. The Skywalker Saga.
Is
It's
there ever
huge.
a bad Lego game?
Lego Star Wars is huge.
Yeah.
There's props to that. Yeah.
I'm going to say Lego Star Wars.
Kirby was really good, though. Definitely second
Nintendo
for
Switch
me.
Sports. Play a shit ton of that.
Well, it looks like there's a specific console that has domination here. Dominance. Okay.
Best sim strategy. Do not know any of them.
Well, I've never even heard of this game.
Spark of Hope.
Mario
It's like a
That's-
turn-based, like XCOM.
Yeah, that's interesting. That would be like a really interesting game to get in
Yeah.
and play.
It's the sequel.
Dune.
That's the second
Spice Wars.
I want to
I'm
write
just
this
gonna-
down.
I'm going to just say Mario out of respect for the character. But I haven't played any of these games.
You guys hyped for Warhammer 40,000 or whatever it is?
40K.
40K.
one. The first
Same
person one they're making, or is it third person?
It's first person, I believe.
Yeah, it looks all right.
Kind of weird to play a game like that in first person. But
Warhammer goes. That is such an intimidating thing to get into.
I have a buddy.
Something Cool Gaming is
Very into it.
apparently wildly into it. I know a couple of our listeners are really into it as well. That's why I brought it up. Okay, what are we voting?
Mario.
I want to check this game out, actually.
Spark of Hope.
Spark. Best sports racing.
Oh God.
Gran Turismo.
Gran
Ollie, Ollie,
Turismo.
Ollie, 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 world! Ollie, Ollie.
I'm just kidding.
Ollie Ollie World's probably the best skate sim
Probably.
ever created.
I'm surprised you haven't played it, Kyle.
I have 8,000 hours.
Oh my God.
I've never played it, and
Might need to check it out.
I actually heard this game was awesome.
I'm
Formula
not.
One
no.
22.
I'm not giving anything to EA.
Fuck.
Okay.
Fuck EA.
All right, what are we giving?
I
Gran
guess
Turismo.
Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo.
Just because you said it like that, that's why we need
Gran
best
Turismo.
multiplayer. Ooh, it's gonna be one of these three.
I'll lean towards Call of Duty.
I don't know if they picked the best games for this. But
For
then again,
outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and MMO experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. Dude, Call of Duty has had the same formula for 15 years. Is that really like
True,
a new
but
design?
Multiverses and Overwatch are just copies of an old game.
And did you just say true but and then say that and
Yeah, so I'm saying
exclude call
I'm saying all three of them
all
are the
three
same
of them are
thing.
rinse repeat,
Yeah.
right?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
I'll say Splatoon.
if I knew more about it, I might actually go
Yeah.
with that.
We
I
have-
love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
someone's in the chat screaming Overwatch.
I'll say Splatoon.
Overwatch has a bigger.
Splatoon 3 is not a rinse and repeat.
Yeah,
What is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? or
it's
whatever?
probably just like the other Teenage
I think it's
Mutant
a
Ninja
fighting
Turtle
game
games.
online.
probably a fucking remake for all we know.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I have no comment. I have never played the online for Modern Warfare 2, and
Oh, what? So Billy, did you play any of the new modes in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2?
I am a min-maxer.
Oh, of course.
So I Googled the fastest way to level up, and I played that mode and that mode only for 50 hours.
Because that would be a good perspective to have. No,
That sounds like such a terrible way to play games. To each their own, but
No, I
it
played.
sounds like you're treating it like a job. It
is.
like
I wish you could be inside my brain. do it. I did play. That's not 100% accurate, but because I've played with a few of our listeners, and we played like Ground War for one map, and it's the Warzone map. As I understand it, I do not like Ground War. The TTK is so low that like you spend 6 minutes running to a spot, and then you just get two tapped from behind, and you have to respawn and rerun. And
that's how I felt about Ground War in the last Call of Duty.
Yeah. It's just not interesting. I like TTK needs to be a little bit higher. Maybe not as high as Apex, but somewhere in the middle there.
What about
Warzone was a good
third
match.
person mode.
I did not play third person mode, but I watched someone, and it looks so fucking clunky and not Call of Duty. I did not want to play it. It looked
Their
very
third
strange.
person is very rough.
Completely played different. It was a totally different game. Jesus.
I would almost lean myself towards Call of Duty
Me
because I know
too.
they added more multiplayer modes. So at least they did try to add some stuff. I mean, I know Overwatch is going to add a co-op mode eventually if it's
But
not
that's
in there
not
already.
what this is even about.
It says co-op.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said career mode.
No, co-op.
Okay.
And I know Call of Duty has a co-op mode.
It does?
Yeah. There's like co-op missions, I think.
Never even. Oh, they have like
you know what I
a
wish was
Spec
on
Ops,
this?
but
You know what I wish was on this? Fall Guys.
that's not. That came out over a year ago.
I wish
I thought it
Among
was
Us
earlier
was
this year.
No, Fall Guys came out.
No, the new one.
There's a new Fall Guys.
The one that we played.
That's not
Fall
new.
Guys.
That was an update. It's the
Yeah.
Same game.
Yeah, but I mean, they fucking had a DLC. Like Destiny 2 was on these lists because they had an update.
That's true.
So,
But that
by
that
that
was for
argument.
an ongoing game. This is multiplayer.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
specifically for ongoing.
Yeah, so
That's
this is
I feel
right.
like I've seen Destiny 2 come up like in 2 or 3 categories.
If no, it's only been in the one. If Fall Guys was on here, then it had to be on the category, the ongoing.
We have a good point in chat that Call of Duty, this Modern Warfare, is with Warzone, which is coming out tomorrow.
It's coming
Which
out
we're gonna
tomorrow.
talk about
so can
our
we consider
podcast.
that?
Yeah, I mean the place takes
Let's do it.
place the 8th.
Vote for Call of Duty.
I think we're all leaning there.
Yeah.
None of us are super hyped
No.
about anything, but I think we all default to that,
I was
which
leaning.
is sad.
I was
but-
leaning Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But
Were you
know,
really?
Whatever. I'm just fucking with you.
I feel like there's better games to have in that list, but whatever, man. Like the best multiplayer. Is
yeah.
like
Why is it?
fucking-
Oh, never mind.
Content creator.
Where's
huh?
my MMOs?
Where's Doctor Disrespect? You know, you'd build him if he was on this.
Oh, I would 100. He
The
is
only
greatest
person I
streamer.
know is Ludwig.
And I'm not a fan, really.
No.
Who are these? Oh, that's not XQC.
No, Brew?
You don't know him?
That's not XQC. Cutie
Are we
Cinderella.
voting for Ludwig right now?
He's the only one
Oh,
I
wait.
know.
One I know.
This is a positive. He made a positive impact.
For a streamer, content creator has made an important and positive impact on the community. I think it's just content creator. I don't think it.
This guy's got a golf club in his hand. So I'm voting for him.
Nibulon?
Nibelian? That his profile picture is from an anime. That feels like he should be copyright.
I love how
claimed.
they all have like, you know, their tags and that's just Carl Jacobs.
Carl Jacobs.
I
don't know any of these people.
I
Is
know
it
Ludwig. That's all I know, to be honest. So
I'll say
Carl
Ludwig.
does stuff with Mr. Beast, so I would have to agree. That's what our chat is saying. So
Carl.
Mr. Beast, I mean, he's always doing like
Is the song Carl
Shit
Jacob
for people.
Jingleheimer Schmidt?
no,
what?
It fits.
it's not Carl Jacobs Jingleheimer Smith.
It fits.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. Na 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 na.
You could do
Jacob
Carl.
Jingleheimer Smith. What are you even talking about?
Yeah, your damn
Where did
mind.
that even come up from?
All right, Carl Jacobs.
Carl
it is.
Jacobs, it is. Thank you, chat. Thanks for the assist.
Debut indie I'll
It's
go
gotta be Stray. If they've
Say
been showing
Stray.
up in this many damn categories, throw them a
I've
bone.
been trying to make a case, and you, and you guys are like, eh.
Hey, it's a cat game, and I'm allergic to cats, so why would I want them?
Edge
Is that why you
runners.
get no pussy?
I don't.
Edge runners
Best
for me.
adaptation.
Edge runners, absolutely.
Mm.
What do you mean?
What other one on there?
Arcane, I
Arcane.
guess, is close.
It's close, but I liked Edge runners more.
I did like Edge runners more.
Authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium.
Yeah.
I liked Uncharted, but it was just average. It wasn't like it was anything.
Now Sonic. Hold on.
The Cuphead show.
Did you play Cuphead?
I want to. That looks like such a fun game. Have you?
No.
Dude, have you? Cuphead?
No.
It looks like such a fun game. It looks like it's almost impossible.
The
Okay,
only
it's not this.
The Cuphead
It's
show.
not this.
The Cuphead show is the only thing I haven't seen actually.
It's not this. Even though I thought both of these were fine. You know, I didn't think they were bad.
They were-
Sonic is actually a really good video game movie.
They were just fun.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like
I'm Cyberpunk all the way.
yeah. That's two of us.
2 versus you.
I mean, we decided.
This
Have
one
you
I
even
thought
watched?
was stupid.
You've seen Arcane or no?
Yeah.
And you don't like?
I
as
liked
much?
it. I like Cyberpunk a lot more.
Really?
Not a lot
well,
more.
think about the types of stuff he likes.
Yeah, I like
I mean, that should be obvious.
sci-fi.
You like bad things. I forgot.
That's not what I meant.
I like depressing endings
But you
where I
said
just hate myself after.
Yeah. That's check the boxes. You like sad music, sad shows, sad games.
This one was tough. I was like, I
guess Legend of Zelda.
I put Starfield in my own vote.
I'm not as hyped for
we
that.
say
I'm not
anymore.
hyped though, but out of those ones, I guess that's the one I'm hyped
I'm not
for.
gonna lie.
It's Hogwarts.
I'm gonna
Legacy.
get roasted, but I Hogwarts Legacy looks pretty damn good.
That's for me the one I'm.
Let's
the
do
most
Hogwarts.
excited.
I'm fine
All
with
right.
that.
Starfield has fallen off a cliff for me because I just feel like their marketing has gone into the dumps. Like I haven't heard shit from that.
Probably because the game's doing
the
horrible.
Legend of Zelda, this this is the Breath of the Wild 2, right?
Yeah.
Are people like for that to be voted as
Do
the
people like
greatest
it?
game of all time? There's not a lot of noise. I mean, at least maybe I'm insulated from a lot of that.
I think it
bucket, but-
depends on the crowd you're in.
Yeah.
You know,
Are you hearing a lot of noise about this? Like,
Yeah,
I
and,
can't
like-
fucking wait.
usually in like Nintendo forums though.
Yeah, but are
know,
you
no.
hearing any noise about any of these?
Hogwarts Legacy
I'm
pops
actually-
up as a recommended video on my YouTube like every other day, and I'm not even kidding.
You must watch it.
I don't.
They must know that your wife loves Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe that is it. Maybe she's searching for. Maybe she's like a secret like min-maxer on Hogwarts Legacy. Hey, all right, we got some chat love for Hogwarts Legacy. Cool, we're not too far off. I love it. All right, best esports game. It's got to be this. See, this game's fucking like 50 years old.
But it's just esports game.
No, it's Valorant.
I don't fucking know.
I know you don't
the
know.
categories.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can
know.
choose
It's
this
Valorant.
one.
Valorant is, and I'm curious, something cool game if you have an opinion on this, or what you would pick, because I think you'd probably throw in
Valorant
as
is just Counter-Strike, right?
what?
It's basically
Counter-Strike with abilities.
Oh, yeah, ALGS probably. If Apex Legends was on here, I might be swung to throw that because that is one of the most exciting. I love the ALGS is the championship tournament that they put on for Apex Legends. The best scoring system ever. I totally agree with you. For like a battle royale type system, I think it's that you have to get 50 points and then first team to win once you've hit 50 points. We talked about it in that one
Yeah.
episode.
I
Go
like
check out
Rocket
that
League
League.
is
episode.
fantastic.
Rocket League's fun.
Rocket
Yeah.
League's fun. It's not the best esports.
League of Legends.
Valorant is, I would say, the best players in the world right now, like in terms of first-person shooters, are split between these two games. And there's a crowd out here that's been stroking the ego of Dota 2 for the last fucking 15 years. And I'm sorry I played it. That game is basically
Isn't it just League of Legends? Okay.
but even more tough.
Technically, League of Legends is
You know
Dota.
they
Dota
made
came
a
out first.
Pokemon League of Legends.
Yeah.
They have a Pokemon League of Legends?
Called
Yeah.
Pokemon Legends. Just kidding.
No, it's called like Pokemon.
Legends.
It might be Legends.
Pokemon. What do you think, Something Cool Gaming, which would you choose of this? I'm going Valorant. I think in Victory, what are you thinking as well? I got to go Valorant. CSGO is...
Pokemon Unite.
Oh, that makes sense. CSGO is like... I'm kind of just tired of it. Like, they play one map. For all I know, I haven't seen another fucking map. It's always the highlights from the one map, and they hold the same angles. Like, that's from an outsider coming into your game. That's not exciting to watch. It's impressive to see what these guys do, but
From
man, it's the
somebody
same
who
thing.
doesn't watch esports, the one that's fun to watch is Rocket League. All the others,
But
like a tournament of Rocket League.
maybe they're
Yeah.
thinking about like the events themselves. Like League of Legends has some pretty fucking massive events.
For the game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players,
Inclusive of tournaments, community sport, and content. Dude, these are all hella
Irrespective of-
elitist. What are they talking
I know.
about? Inclusive?
I don't know. I think I have to go Valorant because it's fresh.
that's fine.
I don't know
And-
enough about any of them
Yeah.
to
Shroud.
argue. So
You guys ever heard of Shroud?
Yes.
Shroud just
the Shroud, Mass Effect 3.
No.
That's what helped cause spread
probably
the
one of the best all time FPS gamers. He like the most accurate. Like the shit he pulls off is insane. He just joined a team. He's old now, but he's fucking stud.
He's 25.
Dude, once you're past like 22, you're fucking old in esports, dude. It's crazy. It's like all these 16,
It's
17
a
year
young
old
man's
kids.
game.
Well, it's crazy, dude. Like you could do tests online to test your reaction speed, and it will guess your age based on your reaction speed.
Damn.
And the first time I did it, like I went raw and I'm like, I'm gonna be on the. It nailed my age to the year. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
If I do that, it's going to be like, you're 52.
I was like, this is so depressing. No, I got better and got it down to like 18, but I'm like, fuck, dude, this sucks, man. It nailed it. I'm like, it's such a biological thing. All right,
Yeah,
best
I don't
esport.
know
Look
this
at these
one.
athletes.
Let's
Look at these athletes.
just
Oh, it's
pick
gotta
the
be
name we
Faker.
like the most.
I know these people.
Of course you do. Fucking nerd.
I think it has to go to Faker because he's such a like. Okay, there's League of Legends is still one of the top esports in the world, and there's still a few people from like the OG era that I used to watch. Like a lot of the guys that I like, I used to be a huge fan of like Team Solo Mid and like Cloud9 Gaming, and like I was a huge fan of those guys. And none of them are really there. But like Faker is like one of the last few big names that I still I see come up, and I'm like, hey, I know, like I've seen you in tournaments. So
That's fine.
I agree with them.
these other ones, I wouldn't,
It's simple.
irrespective of game. Yeah, judged to be the most outstanding.
The
for
kind of name is
performance and
simple.
content. Don't ask.
Simple.
S1, man.
It's
Simple Pimple.
simple.
Alexander Kutzliev.
They're all like those in the most all CS:GO, Valorant, League of Legends, like the hardcore esports genres.
Yeah.
They should expand that to.
Again, this is all you.
I'm going to say FaZe just because I've known around about them since early Modern Warfare 2 2009 days.
I'm gonna give this to Dark Zero because they won the ALGS, and there's a guy on the right there. His name's Jen Burton. He was like one of two players, I think, on controller. Which Apex Legends is a game that is dominated by mouse and keyboard players because of the movement that you can have in that game. Movement is a mechanic in that game, which makes it, in my opinion, one of the higher skill ceilings. He plays on controller and doesn't have the ability to do a lot of the stuff that mouse and keyboard can do. And they won this tournament, and they dominated this tournament. They're an Australian group, and I got to tip my hat to them because it was probably one of the most impressive wins.
They have
that
to
I've
play
ever seen.
upside down too because they're on the opposite side of the world of us.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, do you think they argue with him and they're like, dude, just fucking get a keyboard and mouse. We're tired of carrying your ass.
Exactly.
You know what's funny is I've heard PC players be like, if you play with the controller, you're cheating because of aim assist. So
Yeah,
I've
I
heard
mean,
it from both sides.
The argument right now is that like Warzone is dominated by controller players because of the aim assist.
Yeah.
So there's that aspect. But then there's games like mouse and keyboard that they dominate. So when you really get into the upper echelons of competition, there's an argument to be made to actually separate out the groups because you want an even playing field. But when you have like Dark Zero East, this Dark Zero team from Australia come in and have a player who won on controller, pretty impressive stuff. And he's a super cool dude. FaZe Clan, obviously their CSGO team must have won something, but when their organization's just gotten too large. Have you ever seen like the personnel list in FaZe? Like they have all these different FaZe teams, like LA Thieves, that's 100 Thieves, but they have like a bunch of different teams. And the organization just becomes a marketing platform at that point, and I'm not interested. Cool thing about LA Thieves or 100 Thieves right now is they're developing their own game, like Dr. Disrespect is for with Midnight
It says
Society.
not
so.
the full organization, Billy.
What?
It says not the full
I know,
organization.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't get behind this group because they're just like, it's like a conglomerate that they're a part of in the gaming space. Not too familiar with them and never even heard of Loud, unfortunately. I don't follow Valorant that closely.
You're not going to vote?
Oh, shit. Did I not vote?
No.
Dark Zero. 100%.
100%.
Okay. This
God.
is where...
Go Score. His name is Score.
I don't know any of these.
Blade.
Doom Bros.
Look at Blade. His picture, I feel like he's an ass in real life.
He does kind of look like he looks down.
have
on
to go
people.
with
He's literally looking down on someone in that photo.
He looks the most toxic, so we're going to vote for him.
All right.
I think that's important to be a good coach. You got to be like, you fucking hit that headshot next time,
Best
pussy.
esports event. I do love Evo, but that's because I'm a sucker.
Where's the
for-
ALGS, dude? That was hands down the best fucking sports event.
They don't give a shit.
They didn't pay enough money.
It was huge, dude. They had all the teams on the stage. It was a fantastic production.
They obviously didn't pay whoever it is that hosts the Game Awards. I forget his name.
The only other one I watched was the Valorant Champions, but it didn't even leave an impression. Like probably that team Loud won it, but doesn't even
That is a cool
impress
trophy.
upon me.
I like the Valorant trophy.
Like from like a production standpoint.
Let's vote based off of the trophy.
I'm going to say Valorant.
Valorant looks pretty
Have you
cool.
seen this one though? The League of Legends trophy?
That's too gaudy for me.
Yeah.
Too
Look
much.
at that. That looks unique. The gold is leaking into the
It's
black.
the Tesseract.
It's the Tesseract from Marvel.
Allows them to
So then
Okay.
view categories for Game of the Year.
Oh, that's how we go back to
Yeah,
the first
it's
one.
I thought we still have one left.
This is the one.
That was
We
it.
didn't do Game of the Year already?
No, we skipped
No,
that.
we skipped it.
I said Xenoblade. Just kidding.
Alrighty. Well, here I'm gonna have to go with God of War Ragnarok, but listen here, it's because of the type of gamer I am. I'm in it for the story, and we've discussed it before. And God of War Ragnarok knocks it out of the park with the story.
Yeah.
I think it beats Elden Ring, in my opinion.
Wow. Okay.
So I know who Billy's going for, so it's up to me
Yeah.
to.
I hope you fucking choose right. Might have to walk off the set.
I don't know.
It's definitely a tough
It's that
choice.
close?
Then we got some great games this year.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
Murph.
Come on, Tars. I might change my mind,
Vote personally, but vote correctly.
a
here.
week from now. But
Oh my! Why you fucking flub all over yourself?
I'm
I
not
have-
jerking off.
You're saying like as a game. So obviously you're biased as that gamer, but let's remove that part. If you're talking about the best game that was developed and designed and released this year, you think God of War takes that from Elden
I do
Ring?
think a lot of people would agree with that. Too.
Yeah.
I certainly think a lot of people. It's not going to be 100% to zero. There's no doubt. But I think on balance, when you look at the sheer scope and what they accomplished with Elden Ring, it blows a story-driven narrative that's a linear experience. You know what you're going to get out of it out of the water.
I don't think because of the type of gamer I am, I don't think so. I think the way they delivered the story in God of War elevates it so much higher than Elden Ring because of that. Like, God of War has
story.
great gameplay, and then on top of that, this absolutely god tier story.
It's that good.
It's a fucking amazing.
Even though you basically had everything spoiled going into it.
Nothing was spoiled.
Oh, I thought you had told me that you.
No, I've
ran
been
into a
it's been
spoiler.
I'm
hard.
the one that read
Oh.
all the spoilers.
Yeah, and I loved the story, and I thought it was the amount of content in that game. Now, in Elden Ring, there's a ton of content too, but for a story game, God of War, I got to a point where I was like, man, I barely feel like I've scratched the surface, and I've been playing for like at least 10 hours. And I mean, it just the level of detail in how much for a story game is it there.
We also got to remember that he just beat it.
Yeah,
If this had come out in March,
it could be recency bias too.
I think that's a good 40% at least of your decision is recency bias.
But
And that's
I
me
also-
being generous for you.
Yeah,
I think
God
it
of
could be
War
higher.
is like one of my favorite games
Yeah,
anyways. And so of course I'm going to be biased towards loving the sequel to it that
that's true. Like if
That-
Guild Wars 3 came out, I'm
Yeah.
like, that's game of the fucking year.
Yeah.
And it's wrong if you're All right, Kyle.
stray.
You done flubbing yourself? I don't even know what that word means, but I just said it.
Let's flip a coin. Does anyone have a coin?
No.
I don't.
Are you really? It's down to that.
Yeah. No one has a coin?
No.
No one carries money these
This
days?
whole time we've been giving our opinion. Now the most important thing, we're gonna flip a fucking coin.
Yeah, it's too close. All right. If it
If
lands,
your debit card.
no one can see this number.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's a 4K camera. You might be
Oh Jesus, you got
Freeze
me panicking
frame.
now. All right.
security code. Come on, you got to give your opinion. You got to can't leave it to chance.
All right. Supporting local business.
Elden Ring.
Extra Life.
Wait, what the
Elden Ring.
You gotta make a conscious
Coffee and
decision.
Comics. God of War. Ready? This is the only fair way to do this.
This is not fair
Wow, is it not?
because this is an intellectual vote.
I could go.
You
either
go to
way.
the polls and just all right. This guy. Nope. This girl.
I'm sorry that Elden Ring is not going to be my president. If I honestly, I could go either way.
I know you.
That's the
I know
only
you
fair
could
thing
go either
about
way,
it.
But what?
You're
where
just
do you lean? I
you're
know you
just-
could go either way,
You're
but
just panicking.
51%
and
or 49%.
You're nervous that it won't be Elden Ring. That's why you don't want me to do this.
I'm so nervous. It's gonna impact my life greatly.
All right.
Oh
Elden
my
Ring.
God! You're fuck it.
God
this
of
is
War.
so embarrassing to me.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, because it's like
Embarrassing.
the whole time we've been building to this crescendo game of the year.
It's
We're
the
gonna
only
flip
fair
a
way to do this. It's the only fair way to do this. That's God of War.
You have to click this. It's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing that we flipped a coin for game. of the year.
Absolutely embarrassing that we gave it to a deserving game.
I'm not saying that it doesn't deserve it, but we, as critics,
You were so dramatic about this.
yes. What is this?
I am
Did we get these
literally-
right?
Yeah, these are our badges.
I am literally 50-50 on that right now.
Dead center 50-50. You
Yeah.
can't lean to either one.
Yeah.
Wow.
If I went back and I played another playthrough of Elden Ring, like right now, maybe that would change. But alas, I can't do that by the time the stream's done.
How many hours did you put in Elden Ring? You said like 150, right?
Close to 200.
How many hours do you expect to put into God of War?
That's not a fair way to judge a game.
Yeah.
Is it?
I would
Not at
say
I put more hours into
It's
Warzone than I've
Yeah.
put into games that I truly
It's your
love.
top 5 game of all time.
I would say probably depending. I'll probably do like 3 playthroughs, maybe 2 or 3 playthroughs.
Is this game in your top 5 of all time?
Yeah.
Is it top 1?
I'd have to think about
Top one is just number one.
it.
Good looking out.
You're welcome.
I'd have to think about that. I don't know. I don't remember what my top list was.
It's too soon after the game dropped to be asking questions like that.
Yeah.
Well, you have it here, folks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Here on the channel, we like to just flip coins to decide the most important awards because that's how we do
The
things.
most important. Nobody cares
you know,
about me. Though.
we the game of the year is obviously the most critical. There's no bias here today, guys, at all. We're just we're knocking down glass ceilings and barriers, and
I think that was the best way we could have done that.
Dylan, where can people find us?
They can find us on YouTube, where you're watching now, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, where we'll post updates, memes, new stuff.
That's right, baby. Kyle, any closing thoughts?
You're welcome, God of War fans. This is the reason it'll win.
The card's weighted.
This vote.
Card was waiting.
All right, catch us on our podcast, guys. We're going to be putting a new one out tonight. Catch you later.
Bye.